Good afternoon. Welcome to our Dell Music Lounge live audience. Say hello on the radio, if you will. Our Dell Music Lounge is presented by Dell Technologies. 21 and up, our live studio audience enjoyed Odell Brewing Company, and our audience enjoyed the domain Northside's Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage for lunch. And this is a rare Saturday Dell Music Lounge. We almost never do them on Saturday, but local natives were here playing stubs on a Saturday night, and that show is sold out, so you don't need to be here. There's nothing to promote.
All good. No worries. Thank you, guys.
But we do appreciate that you are here on what could have been a day you could be doing anything else. On the other hand, it's raining outside, and it's going to be like Woodstock at the show tonight. So there's that. Yeah. So we'll talk in a moment, but live on Austin City Limits Radio from our Dell Music Lounge, local natives.
Just before the morning starting all over, you go. Just before the morning starting all over, you go. Always on your mind, soon as you awake, until you close your eyes. Nobody ever explains, but somehow you learn. Just before the morning starting all over, you go. Just before the morning starting all over, falling from the clouds, you go. Just before the morning starting all over, you don't need it now. You go. Just before the man, it's been a while. She laughs and exhales. The car's waiting outside. The years stay like melted wax. I call this sack curse. We always arrive a moment too late, and I can't help feeling like it couldn't be any other way. Just before the morning starting all over, you go. Just before the morning starting all over, you go. Not another soul around, heaven falling from the clouds. looking up at black and white, dark days in the summer, a million ways to toe the line. Can't wait, holy other, might as well be the seventh sign. Ooh, it goes hand in hand with fear for the afterlife. Ooh, how can we fight it if we don't even know why? While the dollar is strong, while nobody else relies, when they turn the corner, when you know we're out of sight, dark days in the summer, in the rain, the water's fine. It was wild combination, either that or right down the line. Ooh, it goes hand in hand with fear for the afterlife. Ooh, how can we fight it if we don't even know why? I've been on the way, I've been on the way, I've been on my way for so long. I've been on the way, I've been on the way, I've been on my way for so long.
Local Natives live on Austin City Limits Radio. The new album is called, well, Time Will Tell. Wait for no one.
Yeah.
I can't read my own handwriting. Also tonight at Stubbs, sold out. So every record has a narrative built into it, whether you want it to or not. This one, the narrative is this is a band that almost didn't make this record. That's sort of become the story of the record.
I can't believe you'd bring this up in front of all these people. I just
Well-
really wanted this to be a nice time.
Yeah, well, we're that's not going to happen for you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the story basically is that we've been kind of attached to the hip for many, 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 many years, and we've been touring and recording just in a cycle like this forever, like a hamster, right? If you can't see it, it's a wheel.
It's radio.
And so when the pandemic hit and we all had to be separated, it was kind of like just this huge disruption that everyone can relate to. But for us, we were just basically torn apart and feeling like going into these like cycles of like kind of depression and getting in our own heads about a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of unresolved issues kind of came to the forefront, and we realized we had to address a ton of stuff or we weren't going to make it. This was all during making this record, so it was a really, really difficult time, but I'm stoked to say we pushed through and ended up making more music than we've ever made before, and feel quite frankly stronger than ever before. So that was great.
Was there some hesitancy to discuss this, to be transparent about the idea that this is a band that almost broke up, almost bailed on a considerable fan base? We still don't know why the Talking Heads broke up 30 years later. I think until Metallica, until that documentary, this wasn't part of the narrative. It wasn't something bands discussed. You must have made a conscious decision to share this with folks.
Yeah, we did talk about that, and I think just all that time kind of like isolated and alone, and then everybody was kind of faced to look in the mirror and take stock of everything. And coming back, it just felt like we just made a choice to sort of just be super transparent and honest. And I think there was nervousness about talking about the deepest things that we were all going through, and you know, there are elements of it that were difficult, but it also just felt like right to us. Like everybody had been through this thing together, and let's just be super open and vulnerable. And yeah, it's felt like a mixed bag, but ultimately it's felt really great to just be able to kind of like have everything out on the table.
I mean, sort of part of the breakdown is that not only were you tight as friends, but this band runs as a democracy. And you've got 3 guys that sing. How does that manifest the new sort of excited about this again approach? How do we hear that on the record?
I think it comes through with just the confidence we feel as like we've been just doing this for a long time, and we're trying to rely on each other more as like as musicians and players, and allow people to explore like what they can bring to the song, rather than like looking at every single part and kind of like working through like every guitar line or something. Like we've just grown so much to where like we can get in a studio and just jam something out and not try to prescribe every single thing, and that feels really good. I think everyone can feel that it's just like music is so hard to explain, and like trying to explain a guitar part to somebody is so boring and pointless that if you just like get in a room and play something and it sounds good, everyone's trying to keep it more, I don't know, like easy or mellow or something. Just let something come organically.
There's more trust, I think, the way to put it. Like before, we'd really get into the weeds and details, maybe because we didn't trust each other as much, but I think that's what it comes down to now.
If this feels like a new beginning of sorts, let's go back to the beginning for a second. You're in Austin, South by Southwest, 2008, 9, whatever it is. Were those lean days the glory days as you look at them now, or were those the things you had to do to get to here? I mean, they could be both, but...
It's
I
a
feel
mixed
like a lot
bag,
of this record, even like the title of the record and a lot of the themes in it, a lot of reflecting on the way that time, passes you by no matter what. And it might feel like life is static or something, but it's not. Everything's changing all the time. So I also feel like at this point in our career, 5 records in, as Kelsey said, we've been doing this really since we were kids together. We're growing, into adults in different phases of life. And I feel like a true gratitude for each phase. And I think rather than kind of like, maybe there would be like ranking things or issuing in that way, now I kind of more see it through a lens of gratitude of like each phase has its like purpose and its amazing parts about it and its hard parts about it. And that's kind of life.
Yeah, we're very mature. We're very wise, okay? We've grown up a lot. Okay, I don't know if you can tell.
And you've got a body of work now.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get beyond record 3 or 4, does it start to feel like, especially when you're building set lists, this is now a body of work that ideally will outlast us?
It's funny, all this like equanimity of us being like, yeah, we're mature. It all goes out the window when we're arguing about the set list. So, yeah, now it's a hard thing figuring out which songs to play every night.
But it's a good problem.
Yeah,
we
it's a
have
good
lot
problem
of
to
songs we
have.
love.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like we have a history now, and we're talking to journalists and people who are like, I've been listening to you since I was 12, and I'm like, that's cool. I don't know if I want to hear that, but that's great. It makes me feel really old, but that's beautiful, amazing. But it
You're
definitely
my father's favorite band.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, like parents are bringing their kids, and they're like enjoying it together. It's really, really wild, and I think like Taylor said, the older we get, we're trying to just appreciate and see things from every angle, and just be grateful to be here.
I do think just because I think one thing that has been amazing about Local Native from the beginning is that we really are a family, and like we function as a democracy, but also like really as a family. And we've always put our relationships kind of first. And with the music and like looking at it, I feel like another thing about us is we've always sort of ultimately, even though there are egos in the room and making records and everything like that, I feel like ultimately we've like given up to whatever is happening and being present and like trusting that. And I think that's something that really unites us and is a reason that we've kind of been able to go through all these phases, is because we kind of honor that feeling. So just to your question, like I just, every now and then we like will try and be cognizant of the arc of a record or, you know, career or a balance, but it really just has to flow from a natural place, and it kind of feels like we don't have control over it.
One of the things that happened during the pandemic here is that a whole bunch of people moved here from California. And I'm looking at you.
I heard about this.
I'm talking to the guy without a microphone, but what made you, I mean, you'd been here a million times with your band, but what made you want to move here?
It's a bit of a long story, but yeah, my partner is from Texas originally. A lot of family out here and whatnot, and we've been spending a lot of time here in the last couple of years over the pandemic, and yeah, I mean, coming here since 2008, 2009, I've been here a million times, and it's always been a place that I've really loved, and yeah, we just wanted to try something different for a while, and Austin was always a place that I loved, and yeah, we moved here in March, so yeah, I live here now.
Has there been a surprise about this city or an observation that you couldn't have had from somebody who just came in and out the way you did?
I mean, honestly, I've been in LA probably more than I have here since having moved, just because we've been rehearsing and the record and stuff. So I've only been getting it in little glimpses. But yeah, I'm excited for, like, you know, after this tour to be kind of like here for a longer period of time and get to really have those moments of exploration. And I mean, I keep hearing from everybody that lives here, you know, it's like how much it's changed over the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, because of people like you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, we can tell.
It's a dream come true.
I'm so sorry.
We can tell y'all are already changing Matt. You know, he's coming in. He's wearing different clothes. He's already talking differently. So we could tell you're transforming him.
All right, the show is at Emo's this evening, sort of a hometown show, at least for Matt. So,
Oh yeah.
did I say Emo's? I
Yeah.
meant Stubbs. Stubbs. Go to Emo's, you're not going to see local natives. So Stubbs tonight, and once again live on the radio. This is Local Natives.
All right, you ready for this one, Tay?
Yep.
All right, this one's called NYE. Are you ready?
No, right. That's
Okay,
the question.
Yeah.
That's the big question.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with you.
Do we all start? Okay. Give me a blessing.
Thank you. Tell me, she said it's all a blur. Catapult from the earth, cannonballing back down. I've been waiting for what feels like all of my life, with a charlatan smile. Said I once had my doubts. You're running lights at traffic lights, still singing midnight choirs. Now your New Year's Eve, so sad to leave. You made it out alive. So what? I never noticed. I was in the moment. I wish that I could stay. Tell me, she hung on every word in a Saturn return under mushrooming cloud. I could never really be alone anyway. Tarot cards on the table, candle wax on the ground. You're in between, awake, asleep, still reeling from the flight. Your New Year's Eve, so sad to leave. never noticed I was in the moment. I wish that I could stay, but no one in focus. Charlotte, where you going? Like it's the only way. So what? I never noticed I was in the moment. I wish that I could stay, but no one in focus. Charlotte, where you going? Like it's the only way.
All right, we've got one more song. Thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
This is called When Am I Gonna Lose You? 1, 2, 3.
When am I gonna lose you? How will I let you slip through? Careless or unkind. Trace the curving of the coastline, Santa Lucia cliffside. We'll stay here for the night. And I remember you said everything has its place. Now we lie in our bed, wondering how to explain. When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose? Take another one if you need it, or do you already feel it? I felt it from the start. In gray silhouette of you dancing, shadow play that we're casting on the cabin walls. You were floating to me in a slow motion fade. Could I finally see between belief and faith? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose? I remember you closing the shutters and laying down by my side, and the light that was still slipping through was painting your body in stripes. I remember the trees tumbling down like an archangel choir, and the ocean was all we could see, and I knew that I wanted you. I remember you closing the shutters and laying down by my side, and the light that was still slipping through, it was painting your body in stripes. I remember the trees tumbling down like an archangel choir, and the ocean was all we could see, and I knew that I wanted you. When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you? When am I gonna lose you?
Local Natives live on Austin City Limits Radio from here in our Dell Music Lounge. Appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
So we got one more of these this week on Tuesday. Inhaler, who are here opening both Pearl Jam shows at the Moody Center. They'll join us on Tuesday. You can listen live on the radio at noon. And by the way, the Local Natives record, Time Will Wait for No One, it's available now. It's everywhere. Stream it, buy it, do what you do. And again, tonight is sold out over at Stubbs. That's it for us here. We want to thank again Dell Technologies, and our studio audience enjoyed Odell Brewing Company, those of you 21 and up, and everyone enjoyed Valencia's Tex-Mex Garage from Domain Northside. So thanks to our sponsors, thanks to the band, thanks particularly to our studio audience coming up here on a Saturday. We appreciate all of you, and I'm going to throw it back downstairs. Thank you.